Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Morning Minute. It is July 7th, 2025. We hope you guys had an awesome time celebrating the 4th of July last weekend. What a spectacular weekend it was, especially for us. We really enjoyed time with our closest family members and watched some awesome fireworks and ate some barbecue, just the way it should be. Also, the way it should be is stocks nearing record highs. That's pretty neat. Not all stocks are doing this, just mainly US large cap stocks are at or near record highs. Small caps are starting to catch up from where they were earlier in the year, but they're still quite a bit behind and quite a bit below their record highs, although they did outpace large caps 4% to 2% last week. In the international space, we saw a pretty broad divergence, but most European countries were up just a little bit last week, with emerging markets very, very divergent. Countries doing all sorts of different things kind of based on where they are on the spectrum of current trade and tariff deals, as well as political issues that are still outstanding. Loose ceasefire is still holding in the Middle East between Iran and Israel, and there seems to be some progress on the war in Gaza. All of these are positive, at least on a relative basis. What is interesting to note is that oil prices are recovering, even though there is a bit of a stalemate with the ceasefire at the moment. This normally isn't the case, where we see strength in oil and gas prices at the same time with no conflict or less conflict in the Middle East. So we're going to keep an eye on that. In terms of bond yields, we are seeing yields creep higher over the last 7 to 10 days. This is not necessarily good for the home sales industry, with mortgages still hovering around 7%, so we'll be watching that. We're also focused very acutely at the moment on the strength of the US dollar, as it was down nearly 5% in the quarter and about 10% on the year. That is not good news if you want to travel overseas, but it could potentially buoy exports here in the United States and help with some of these volatile trade negotiations that we are currently experiencing. Remember, hope is not an investment strategy. Have a great week.